Okolie.
Yes, yeah.
How was it tonight?
It was tough, 13 months out of the ring. Had a really, really tough guy in there. I knew what he was capable of. I sparred the guy he just boxed, so I knew the guy could take power punches. But I was shocked. Hats off to him. He's come in. We've had our chat. Really durable guy. But you know what? A little bit of ring rust, but we push on for the next ones.
Everyone I spoke to this week said that 4 to 6 rounds maximum. But Sugar Hill, he said he expected you to take him out early.
Of course.
In your eyes, why do you think it went the full 12 rounds?
Well, I think the reality is the guy's 20-0. If you know boxing, you know pedigree. You won an Olympic, not an Olympic, Commonwealth silver medal, undefeated, beating a few undefeated guys. So a lot of people can look at someone who's got 1,000 followers and think that's an easy fight, but this is world level boxing. You don't become mandatory for no reason. So I just look at it. I never took him lightly. He took a lot of great shots. I know there's a few times I can remember in the fight where I've hit him clean and he's wobbling, but he just wouldn't go anywhere. So hats off to him.
I said to Sugar when I spoke to him that, it went 12 rounds, and Sugar said to me, I need more time with Lawrence. We've only had a few weeks.
Yeah.
People think it's been a year. We need more time. And over time, you will see the difference in Lawrence Okolie.
Yeah, agreed. And you know what? One of the main things I was thinking this week is I don't feel any pressure in terms of boxing. To me, I know where my life began and I know where I'm at right now. And I know the journey that I've been on, and I'm very, very proud of myself. I'm one of Britain's only world champions. I've come from McDonald's, won a British... You know the story already. And for me, I just wanted to do stuff that Sugar said. In the fight, there was spurts where I was doing it and I could see it working. And I'll come back to the corner and I'm like, you know what? I've been out the ring for a while and I could feel it. First time making weight in a year. But some of the stuff he did introduce, I could see it working. So for me, it's just don't take too long out of the ring now. Get back to work and then we'll push on for the next one.
Few boos in the crowd. Did that affect you? Did you hear them?
Of course, but for me, nothing affects me when I'm in the ring. I'm in there with a person trying to knock me out. And this is a sport where you can die at any time. So I'm not interested in anything other than grinding down my opponent and getting the win. I mean, he came in here, he knew what it was like. All praise to him. He gave me all of the respect in the world. And, until you're in the ring with me, you don't understand how it actually feels. This is someone whose life could have changed with a victory, but he was unable to get the win.
Lawrence, people have been critical of your style in the past and have that word negative associated with it. When you hear the boos, I know you said that you're in the zone so you don't really hear it, but does it play in your mind that people will be critical again and maybe start to think where the improvements under Sugar so far?
Well, I think for me it's a learning curve and a continuous journey. But I still look and I say, where's anyone that's even come close to beating me? Where's anyone that's come close to landing a shot? Whatever anyone wants to say, I want to put on more impressive performances, but this takes time. I think working with someone like Sugar, you're going to see it. But for me, I'm not going to say after 6 weeks, everything Sugar said I'm going to be able to translate. However, what I would say is this. Undefeated, world champion, British, Commonwealth, European, world. Changed my whole life. Very, very happy with where I'm at. And I'm very, very focused on the future.
Lawrence, is it difficult to want to change your style, knowing how effective that your style can be? Because, like you said, 19-0, and there's very few fighters would be able to kind of work against how you can box. Is it difficult to get away from that, knowing that you could potentially continue to box like that and remain undefeated, become unified, if not more?
No, definitely. There's stuff I want to work on. Definitely, because I keep saying, in the gym, there's stuff that I'm doing that is unbelievable. But on fight night, today I did a few moments of it, but maintaining it is a different thing. And I think that comes with, obviously, a little bit more experience, a lot more time with Sugar, and seeing the stuff that worked today and implementing it over and over again. I think this one was obviously a tough camp. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not here to make it. I'm ready to go for the next one.
Lawrence,
what was it again?
You can hate me now.
It's one of my favourite songs, do you know what I'm saying? And for me, as I said, anything that goes... What everyone needs to understand, is I am, once again, from Hackney, worked at McDonald's, managed now to be a world champion, but I'm so happy and so blessed, and I thank God every day. When I wake up, I don't feel negativity. I don't accept negativity into my life. All I accept is positivity. I feel very positive. The person I was most worried about is Sugar, and Sugar was like, give me time. I'm going to turn you into what we're meant to turn you into. And for me, that's enough. I go have a little rest and back on. And as I said, for me, no one has come close no one has come close to beating me. You don't hear split, you don't see me getting knocked down. It's just there's certain moments I need to work on in terms of like maybe in close, because all of these guys have the same tactic of getting on my chest, and I need to work on how to push off and, you know, get some more shots off. But this will come with a bit more time.
Lawrence, because you've only had a limited time with Sugar, do you believe now that you've shaken off this ring rust that your next fight will see a much more improved version of Lawrence Okolie, one that feels more, I don't know, at home with Sugar's style that he's trying to implement with you?
Yeah, definitely, because Sugar's style is very tiring. I'll be honest with you, it's a very tiring style. It's like, it's so meticulous and so like, that's why when I saw Tyson Fury doing it in the gym, I was like, how's this guy keeping it going? Because there's particular movements. And when I did it, I hurt like every single time. There's a particular rhythm. Every single time I did it, bang, he was hurt. But it was maintaining it's a very different thing. Do you know what I mean?
What's the biggest sort of learning lesson you've took from your time with Sugar? I spoke to him earlier and he said, I'm glad there's things to work on, or else why would I be here? So what's the sort of biggest thing you can take away from your time with Sugar that he's taught you so far?
I think it's about staying consistent in what I'm doing, believing in the sort of systems that he's got in place, and also like it's about conditioning, keeping it going. So, like I said, I didn't believe in ring rust until today, but I felt every single round I was like, okay, hold on, 11 more, okay, keep going. So I heard him, I said, empty it. I empty it, and I'm like, oh, I'm tired again. All right, cool. You know what? Let's rally on. But as I said, I don't think it was a close fight. I don't remember being in there thinking he might have it, he might not have it. It's just there's a lot of expectation on me, and I understand that as a world champion that there is a level of expectation. But as I keep saying, no one's come close, and maybe one of these guys would have seen that and said, finally, I'll take unification. Like Ben Shalom is right there, and he knows the names that I already signed for. Richard Ratpor already signed for that one. Jaya Pataya already signed for that one. Chris Benham, as much as I love him, he's my friend. Signed for. These are fights that I've already warranted. So for me, I'm not interested in like obviously David like 20-0 mandatory, but for me, I can talk all I like, but I'm ready for fights. I'm not one of these jokers.
So Richard Riatpo, is he next for you?
Once again, my name is signed. Boom. Ben's right there. Signed. I didn't come here to play games. If Richard can see that and say, I'll have a go, then Richard will feel it. And like I said, Jaya Pataya, you can like they're all there to feel it. Like so, it's like for me, I know I'm gonna work on 30 months out the ring. All the other nonsense that's been happening, I managed to stay focused. Most important thing is I got the win, because I could have come here and all of these could have been like, oh Lawrence, sorry about the the timeout and what are you gonna do next? No, now what everyone's saying is Lawrence Okolie won. What's next? What can I work on? So for me, 19-0, very happy, very blessed, and on to the next one.
Lawrence.
Thanks for the clap in the back there. Cheers for that.
Lawrence, as you talk sports here, we know you're proud of your Nigerian heritage. We saw that with your walkout last time with Israel Adesanya and Anthony Joshua. They're fighting soon. Would a fight in Nigeria ever be of interest to you?
Yeah, that's obviously now Ben Shalom. He's promised that as well. Where is he over there? Yeah, we'll get something done before my career's over.
That sounds good. And also, we've all seen it. What are your thoughts on Eddie Hearn's comments about you?
I don't know, because I haven't kept up with it. But for me, it's like, fuck all them, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Them man are all, like, for me, it is what it is. I'm just ready for what's next. Like, for me, anything can be said outside the ring. It's about what I'm able to do in the ring. I got to win, and I need to push on to the next one.
Yeah.
Lawrence, you mentioned Guy on the play and Richard